What is the difference between ablative and modified epoxy bottom paint? Are you curious about the differences between ablative and modified epoxy bottom paint? Understanding these two types of anti-fouling coatings can help you make informed decisions for your boat's maintenance. Let's break it down. Ablative bottom paint is designed to be soft and self-polishing. As your boat moves through water, this paint gradually wears away, exposing fresh layers of biocide. This action helps prevent marine organisms like algae and barnacles from attaching to your hull. Because it erodes slowly, ablative paint reduces the buildup of layers over time. This means less maintenance and lower costs for you. However, it relies on water flow and movement to work effectively. If your boat stays in one place for long periods, the paint won't wear off and fouling can occur. Ablative paints are best for slower boats or those that are frequently used and stored out of water part of the year. They typically contain less copper but use it more efficiently due to the constant renewal of the paint's surface. On the other hand, modified epoxy bottom paint, often called hard bottom paint, is a tougher option. This paint does not wear away like ablative paint. Instead, it leaches biocide slowly while the surface remains intact. Over time, this can lead to a buildup of paint that may require sanding or removal to avoid excessive thickness. Modified epoxy paints usually have a higher copper content, making them suitable for boats that remains in the water year-round or are used less frequently. They offer durable protection but can be less effective if the boat is out of the water for extended periods, as the biocide leaching slows or stops. So, what are the key differences? First, ablative paint gradually wears away with use, while modified epoxy paint remains hard and does not erode. Second, ablative paint reduces buildup and can last multiple seasons with less sanding, while modified epoxy paint builds up and often needs removal or sanding between seasons. Third, ablative paint requires movement to maintain effectiveness, whereas modified epoxy paint works well for boats that are continuously in the water. Lastly, modified epoxy paints generally have higher copper levels, while ablative paints use copper more efficiently due to their self-polishing action. When choosing between these two types of bottom paint, consider how often you use your boat, how fast it travels, and whether it is regularly hauled out. Ablative paints are great for reducing maintenance on boats that move frequently, while modified epoxy paints provide strong protection for boats kept in the water for long periods. Understanding these differences will help you select the right paint for your boat, hull, and deck maintenance needs.